we have a very special guest coming soon. And we're going to talk everything about video game music because that's what we're here for. That's what I love, man. That's what we all love, right? Is music behind the games that keeps us entertained. Up next on Pass the Controller.
Attention. You are now tuned in to Pass the Controller.
Game on. Round table, show me your moves.
How these moves get good and get in the groove.
Gears of war like Sonic hopping the tuck.
You don't want the smoke, you'll get bodied by big nuts.
Come for the character, stay for the content.
Fans from the elite to the civic binding.
Conventions are streamed, the topics deceased.
Don't tune in. Peace and hair grease.
Let's go, baby.
Peace and hair grease.
Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller. Pass that, pass that, pass that, pass the controller.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Pass the Controller. That's right, man. Listen, we are back. We got a very special episode. Hopefully today, man, that'd be great, because listen, I'm excited for this episode for sure. But before that, man, we got our guys here, man, the core group as well, man. I got to talk to my guy, Smoke, man. Smoke, what's up with you, man?
Man, I am doing good, man. I can't wait to be having this special guest on. And meanwhile, talking about the latest games and the biggest news that are coming out right now between Steam Machine, between GTA. It's going to be talking about a lot of G's today, if anything. What about you, Siv? What's going on with you, brother?
Doing good, man. Yo, it's starting to warm up around my area.
Yeah.
The windows are open. We're starting to play video games outside on the back deck, on the handheld, on the Switch
Nice.
too. I'm happy about that. Because sometimes in Pennsylvania, like the weather's a little bit of a crapshoot. Every day
Yeah.
it's different. One day it's freezing, next day it's 90 degrees. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So it's all good. When the weather starts to get warmer, I start to thaw out, and all is well. So we're looking forward to the next half of this year. First half of this year was crazy with the games we're getting, man. And it's looking good. The horizon, the future is looking bright for us gamers. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, man, all's well. All's well.
Listen, I love when the summertime comes, man, because I know that, listen, it's you got so much time. I don't know how it is. We have so much time to play whatever we want, man, in the summertime than we do. I guess we do it in winter time as well. You know what I mean? Like, you stay inside, you're like, all right, I ain't going outside. It's snowing. You know what I'm saying? It's windy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't doing nothing. And I guess that's what it is too, man. Both ends. I know for the kids now, man, like summertime, hey, they off of school, they don't got to worry about homework anymore, man. They're gaming every day. So listen, for those that are playing like Fortnite and all that too, you better watch out for the summertime kids, man, because they're going to flood the PCs and the servers, man. It's going to be, they ain't in school no more, because, it's a good thing and a bad thing, you know what I mean? We got to freaking tend to these kids. But, yo, listen, that's what it is, man. We love it. But like I said, man, we have an awesome episode, because here's the thing. Hopefully we talk to the special guest, man. Like I say, he's probably on his way right now. He got some technical difficulties and all that too. But when we talking about like video game music, man, now I gotta ask this question to both of y'all while setting up and everything too. Like, what's your favorite one? Here's a base. Your favorite video game soundtrack of all time, man. Like, what do you say?
Top one of them is Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sif, how about you, man?
I think that the best video game soundtrack of all time with original music is Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
And I think that the best soundtrack that uses existing licensed music is GTA Vice City. That is such a hot soundtrack. It's all 80s. It's just perfect. It sets the mood. Those two are easily my favorite. In fact, video game soundtrack is the Mount Rushmore question we have up on our site this week. I asked people, I said, what's the Mount Rushmore of video game soundtracks? And I started it off with Vice City, because it's so good.
Yeah,
it makes such a good use of that music. And like, even like some of the original music they have on that soundtrack, it's just awesome. I mean, you can just go right down and it's hit after hit. Every single station you turn to, it's all awesome. So yeah, you got to do that, man. It's one of the best. How about you, man?
Dude, I mean, I can split. I'll tell you right now, man, I always tell people, hey, listen, even though I'm Sonic centric, man, for sure. And Sonic music are always great. You know what I'm saying? There's always a lot of lore behind Sonic music. But honestly, dude, I can tell you right now, man, that probably my favorite music, and I listen to it all the time. And I remember, Sev, you was with me when I was prepping up for pre-show one episode like before, and I listened to the Contra left and right, dude. And I don't know what it is, man. It's just that music hits you hard, man, than anything else, man. To be honest with you, and honestly, I think it's like a second close would probably be like the soundtrack for Spiral the Dragon, man. Which hopefully that we'll have something special later on, pertaining to Spiral the Dragon for the show. We'll see what happens, but those like soundtracks will hit you close. You know what I mean? And it just it's like something that you find yourself humming. Out of the blue, you know what I mean? And I find myself
I don't
humming.
know what it is. What is it with Konami? They were always able to like make absolute banger
Yeah.
soundtracks, even on like 8-bit and 16-bit machines. Like they did what, like remember how like Activision back in the days of the 2600, they could make video games that looked and sounded better than even stuff that Atari was making firsthand.
Right.
And it's like, to me, it's like amazing how like good Konami games looked and sounded. I mean, they rivaled stuff that Nintendo themselves was putting out on their own machine.
Right.
But like you think about and Capcom too. I mean, you think about like Mega Man 2 soundtrack and DuckTales, and like some of those are just, you're like, it's 8-bit tunes, but it's like you authentically can jam out to them. They sound amazing. So,
Right.
yeah. And Metal Gear, man, oh my God. Like, I mean, all the Metal Gear games, that's one thing all the Metal Gear games all had in common, is that like the musical scores just sounded awesome. It's
Right.
sounded so good. Yeah.
It did, man. It did. Once you get, it's so funny, the transition between like the retro games, man, from the bleeps and bloops, right, into like orchestra, was that, I don't know, it was like mind blowing. It was like, saying like, oh my God, these graphics, man, these games, the music in this game just evolved, man. You know what I mean? Like it just evolved along, as the years go. So from to like what do you call it? I forgot the kind of sound that they use for like 8 bits, man. But using
Like the chip tunes,
right? Chip tunes,
yeah,
into like full fledged like what Expedition 33 has, man. Like that is insane how far we gone with video game music. And that's why I always talk about every show, man. Like I love straight up listening to, I feel like the major factor for me playing a game for the longest is it gotta have good music, man. You know what I mean? It gotta have good music. It might have the greatest story, but I will not be captured unless the music is popping. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm in sync with the music, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what your factor list is, man, but the number one for me is always gonna be music. Number one,
I would rather have a game that looks a little bit subpar but has better sound than a game that looks amazing and just has a crappy soundtrack. Because you'll notice it, like when you play a game. Like I'm trying to think of an example really, but I mean, there are some games that just sometimes they feel a little phoned in on the soundtrack, and I think I'm more attuned to like not liking that when I hear it, as opposed to like if a game doesn't look like next gen graphics per se. I'm like, I can let that have a slide, but if it's like a real terrible soundtrack, which most of the games nowadays that come out, they're pretty tight. Like, I mean, you playing Mixtape at all?
Yeah, right, dude.
Mixtape.
Let me tell you something.
It's a game that is built around the soundtrack.
I'll tell you right now, that's my next game. I'm definitely going to play, man, for real. Because
that is up your line, Mark.
Yeah.
Yo,
oh my God, man.
Mixtape is a whole vibe, dude. Mixtape is. There are so many Game of the Year contenders that have come out already, and I know people are. Some people are on Saros, and some people are on like Subnautica 2, and some people are on Crimson Desert. I'm like, they're all good, but I'm like, yo, don't sleep on Mixtape. It's real good.
Yo, man, dude, that's the thing. That's the thing, yo. Matter of fact, in the chat, Novi says music adds to the vibes and can immerse you into the game or out of it. You know what I mean? And that's it.
Well, I will say one of my top favorite. I sent you guys it today. One of my top favorite video game soundtracks is any and every James Bond game that has come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, GoldenEye 64.
100%, dude.
Even the pause music.
That's what I'm saying. I was just about to say, like,
pause the game in GoldenEye 007. It's like ding, 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 ding.
Dude, dude.
Ding, ding, ding. It's a whole vibe. I'm like, oh my God. I would just pause the game and just like do stuff around my house. I'll be like, I just want to hear it in the
Yo,
background.
yo, same,
Pause that
same.
game.
Oh
Pause that
my
game.
God, dude, that's what it is, man. If you could pause the game and just vibe to the music, man, that makes the
Yeah.
game, already a hit anyway. You know
When
what I
you
mean?
think about it, it's the one part of a video game that you can take with you that nothing else can't. You're like, that's the part you can't take visuals with you, really. I mean,
Mhm.
not
Right.
really. I mean, okay, pictures on your phone, whatever. But I'm like, if you want to, like, if you're out doing a workout or if you're driving in your car or something, you can throw on a video game soundtrack. I
Yeah.
mean, I have an entire playlist on Spotify, which if you guys want, I'll link it right here. But I've literally
Mhm.
collected soundtrack songs from like some video games. I'm like, oh my God, some of them are so good.
Yeah, right.
And some of them just hit you out of like left field, like Control. That
That's
soundtrack is
right.
amazing.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
And you don't
controls too.
expect it because that game is generally quiet, but when
Mhm.
a song does hit, it hits hard. That's such a good soundtrack. Nobody even talks about it enough. But it's Old Gods of Asgard, like they did the songs for like Alan Wake,
Yeah.
or they
Yeah.
did a bunch of those games, you know what I mean? So they're pretty cool.
The whole musical thing, I loved it.
Yeah, right.
Alan Wake the musical.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
that was a thing too, right? Alan Wake the musical, that was a thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that joke was
Oh,
crazy. Yo,
they did it at the award ceremony
That's too-
Yeah.
too.
dude,
Yeah.
I'm like, really? No, but that's cool though, man. As I'm saying, like stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? And just even talk about the award, Game Awards too, man. That's why they had the orchestra there, man, playing your favorite songs, man. That's
Yeah.
award winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, do we get hyped, man, when we hear those tunes? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's the game I remember. Dude, it's like that, yo.
What's
It's
the
like-
first game you ever played where the game itself took a back seat to the soundtrack? Like where the
Oh.
soundtrack was defined, it was more important than the game itself, where it played a bigger part.
Oh my
'Cause
God.
I think there's a definitive answer to this, but I want to hear what you guys think first.
Where the game took a back seat to the soundtrack, yo.
Yeah.
Oh my
Where
God.
the soundtrack essentially defined the game so much where I'm like, it's literally become all about just the music in the game. Because for me, and I mean, as soon as I say what I think the answer is, maybe you'll agree, but I think it's Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah, I was okay. Parappa the Rap. Yes,
I
absolutely.
think that's the first game where you're like, if the soundtrack would have bombed, like if it
Mhm.
was terrible or if it was phoned in, that game wouldn't be half as good as it is. But when you think back, as soon as you go somebody on the street and go kick punch, and it'll be like, it's all in the mind.
Yes.
They're gonna know.
Yes.
That's the and I saw you play that at Too Many Games.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep, I
The
loved
speed
it,
run.
man. I loved it. And again, like I said, perfect
Yeah.
example, dude. Perfect example of again a soundtrack that it will keep me entertained, man, throughout the whole game, dude. Like I said, and you're right. Like I said, if the soundtrack was horrible, man, I'm like, oh, this game is cheesy, blah blah blah. The game is cheesy, but it's great at the same time. It is 100% amazing, dude. Oh my God, man. But yeah, it's so funny too when you said Parappa. I feel like the one game that's like, I guess, more recent now, to me, kind of would be like those rhythm games as well too. And I think I had to pinpoint to Hi-Fi Rush, man. Hi-Fi Rush was a phenomenon that was so good, man, that you really couldn't, not jam to the music, man. I found myself like, I want to sit still and play the game, but then you bop in your head like, oh yeah, okay. It's every stage, man. It's always something. The boss battles, when they had 9 Inch Nails and I'm trying to think who else, man. They had the Joy for, I forgot the Joy, something, I forgot the other band at the end, man. But it was so awesome, dude. How just each stage,
Well,
man.
the one thing everybody's been talking about is on Steam right now, but hopefully will be coming to consoles. Dead is Disco.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Everybody's been talking about
That looks amazing. That looks
because
amazing.
you can put your own musical. You can put something from Prince. You can put something from Michael Jackson.
Yep.
And in fact, they did. There's been a couple videos out there where they had Michael Jackson's music on there,
Mhm.
and they're busy fighting through Beat It and stuff like
Right,
that. I'm like,
right.
yo,
I just don't understand how that would ever work on console because you can't rip music to the console to play through a licensed game. There are,
I'm
DR
pretty sure they
there are DRM reasons why you can't do that. So
Mhm.
I don't know that they're going to be able to work around that. It's if that game ever comes to console, it's going to be kind of limited and
Right.
just preparing people
Well,
for that.
if they
I'm
treat it
tempering
like
expectations.
Guitar Hero or something like that, you never know. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
don't know.
look what they did with the
Oh,
controller.
they'll definitely sell you, like they'll probably have like download packs, but they're not going to let you pop in your own CD like you can with a PC and rip it into like an MP3 and import it into the game.
Right, right.
They're
If
never going to
If
permit
Sony
that.
can find a way to make money off of customers, oh, they'll find a way.
True. They can change like a little, like maybe a small tidbit of the details of a song, or so whatever song that you want to put into a game. You know what I mean? That's all you gotta do to kind of beat those copyright out, allegations and
Yep.
that's just
And
change
like I
one
said,
tidbit of a song, a tone,
after
whatever.
everything that Sony's been pulling lately,
Yeah,
they try to get people to get money out of them for, you know, from DRMs and all that crap.
yeah. For
You know.
facts. Again, mixtape, dude. The mixtape is nothing but just soundtracks of your favorite bands and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. You know, that's all it is. But same
Look,
with-
as soon as they start playing, you got the touch, and I'm on the skateboard blowing up
Dude.
stuff, a mixtape. I'm like, yo, I'm busy playing. I'm like, oh no, they did. She was like, yeah, Stan Bush, you know, you
Yeah.
got the touch, and I'm like, and I'm busy.
All right, well, how
blowing
about
up
no
stuff.
more fucking spoilers? Because I'm not that far into the game, man.
How did you play the whole entire game?
Dude, yo, I'm telling you, man,
Man.
it's so. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's so cool.
It's not that deep.
It's so cool, man. Listen, I ain't played Chet. I can't wait to hear that, yo, for real. Like, oh snap! Like, yo, these freaking characters know about that song. Like, yo, that's the song we grew up on. Like, come on, man.
Like, because they laid out all the people that they're going to have on the in the game in the beginning of the game.
Right.
And they tell you what artists they're going to be on in mixtape and all. But yeah, I love that game. That game is
Dude,
freaking solid.
and for that,
And I remember telling you guys, I said, yo, get mixtape, especially for the price.
yeah,
I'm like, yo, get it while it's hot. I mean, seriously, you know. And of course, you got people out there crying about it's 10 out of 10. Sorrow's got 7. I'm like, I don't know what to tell them. That sounds like a them problem, not a us problem.
yeah,
All these
right.
people, all these people out there, the same people are like, I don't really pay attention to like professional reviewers. I don't really care about what the the critics say. But they're the same people that piss and whine and bitch and fucking just lose their shit whenever their favorite game gets anything less than what they exactly think it deserves. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah,
people are
right.
so fragile. And
You
like,
know?
come on, man, it's just ridiculousness, man.
Well,
Well,
look,
As long as you like the game,
you
that's all
don't
that
you
matters.
don't care until you do.
Yeah,
You know?
Like, cares?
yeah,
I
That's
didn't
why
care
you
what
ever notice
anyone
like
said.
we don't rate games like Pass the Controller. That's the one thing
Nah.
we've never done. Do you
Nope.
realize that we've never been like, yeah, I give that game like 5 stars, or I give it like 9 out of 10 because of the. No, I'm not here to rate it. I'll talk about games. I'll tell you if I like it or not.
yeah.
But
We'll recommend
to
it for sure.
quantitatively assign a number to a game, like to me, it's kind of pompous. And you get everybody that wants to rank stuff, and you get everybody out there that wants to put in their 2 cents. And I'm like, everybody's different. Like, I'm naturally more predisposed to rating like a survival horror game a little higher because
Right.
I like them more. Like it's so I would be unfair. Like if of course like I'm gonna rate like Dead Space, for example, like the Dead Space remake. I was like, oh, this is like a 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
Whereas like I realized most people, if you're not into survival horror, you might rate that game like a 5 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't like that kind of game. So yeah, anyway.
And you know
I
what?
don't know. I stay away from the ratings game stuff. That to me
Yeah,
is not.
yeah, and I agree with Novi on the chat too, man. Games are subjective, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I've there's been
Players' preference.
yeah, there's been games that have been horribly rated, man, that I enjoyed. That's probably my favorite games, dude. Like for times on, honestly, dude, yeah. Again, it's just what your taste is. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you probably have some sort of artistic taste to a game, man. That people that overrated, people that of influence, man, be like that don't really get, and you'd be like, you know what, I get this game perfectly, man. You know what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
probably
Well, at the end of the day, you're supposed to be able to make up your own mind and be able to enjoy a game that you like, and not you so hung up on someone's critique on a game and they're rating on the game. You're like, look, I go for this game because I love the storyline, I love the graphics and all. You know, some people like Civ made a good point. Some people are just so pompous. Well, it's not. It doesn't have the quality and the SSR and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, do you just enjoy the game? Just enjoy the game. Stop crying about it. All I see is people crying and getting on their soapboxes and want to complain about, oh, well, the storyline. This person is with this person, and that's why the game is not that good. Well,
I mean, I'll admit if there's a game I didn't get into I
Right,
mean, but
there's
if
nothing
it's
wrong.
like a game that is genuinely well made, I'm not gonna trash it because it didn't appeal to me. Because I respect that. Like, there's probably a lot of people out there that may like a game I don't like, but it's
Yeah.
not. Maybe I'm not the demographic.
Right.
Right.
I use Fortnite as the example. You get people that either love or hate Fortnite, and I'm just kind of like, I think it's fine. Like, it's a good introductory competitive game that's probably over monetized, but I respect that the game plays well. Kids
Mm-hmm.
like it. You know, it's got a lot of cool IPs wrapped up in it. It does new things, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, it's a total, it's a capitalist machine of its own, but it's a victim of its own success in that
And
regard. I wouldn't
I never
classify it
understood
as a
that.
bad game. I
Yeah.
would just say it's probably maybe not geared towards me.
Right.
Like, there's plenty of stuff. Like, when you look, well, I'm going to give old heads
Yeah.
a piece of
Yeah.
advice. Like, when you hit 50 years old, like I have, I'm 50, and you start to realize
Mm-hmm.
stuff is not, you're not the core demographic anymore. Okay, so did you guys see the new Mario movie?
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
I loved it. I loved it. It was
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. Yeah.
I liked it a lot. And yeah, it's like mindless fun. Like, I remember driving home from the theater. I went with my wife and we saw it. We really liked it, but we both admitted we're like, it's really thin on story,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really good. Like, individual scenes are really cool. And you laugh along and you see the references and you're like, that's cool. But when you're 50 years old, a rated G movie that's based on an old video game IP, you're not the demographic anymore. So it's always funny to me when, like, like somebody who's like this old head gamer is reviewing that movie and they're like, yes, I felt that the story wasn't exact, the character arcs weren't compelling, and I'm like, oh my God, like, stop it, Scorsese. It's just like, it's a kid's movie. Just enjoy it. Like, come on, you went in there looking for like Laurence Olivier and you got Chris Pratt. Okay, I'm sorry if your expectations were too lofty, but what the hell am I supposed to say? It's a stupid ass argument. So I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
I agree.
I enjoyed
Well,
it though. I thought it was good.
it's like when people are bitching about Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat that just came out, which I was entertained. And again, I'm like, I'm not really going to worry about, like, I'm going to trust. Again, like you've even stated this before. It's not supposed to be taken seriously.
Right.
Street Fighter is not supposed to be
Yeah.
serious. Oh well, I don't. I mean, look, if the actor can bring it, at this point, I don't care. I just want to enjoy it. Oh well, I see too much of Momoa's face. He's gonna kill the character. I'm like, give me a break. Oh my God. People just, again, I've said this before. People just want to bitch because they just need to bitch, and they think that doing bad reviews and shock
Mhm.
value being toxic, it gains followers. And that's across pop culture, but I really get, after a while, you get sick and tired of hearing people just complaining just to complain, to win
Yeah.
likes or whatever. And I'm so glad we never, as Pastor Controller, we never put a rating. Yeah, we said our viewpoints on games and stuff, but we never said, oh yes, I give that a 10 out of 10 or
Right.
2
I mean, at the
out
end of the year
no.
when we do our awards,
Yeah.
of course we will tell you what games we personally like the best, but I would never think to like jam a game down someone's throat and endorse it or be like, yeah, you need to get this because it's the be all end all game. Because
Mhm.
I don't know, everybody's different. Everybody's
Yeah.
different. And it's the same thing. You go back to your example of like the Street Fighter movie, and I'd said before, I'm like, oh man, if they just lean into the campiness,
Yep. Mhm.
like, do you remember? One of my favorite video game movies is DOA,
Okay.
the
They're alive.
that
Really?
movie with-
Okay.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
I would
amazing.
never expect you to say that, honestly, dude, for real.
But with like Devin Aoki and freaking what, Kevin Nash, and
Yeah.
it's so campy. Priscilla Presley's in it, and that movie got slammed when it came out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, have you ever played the Dead or Alive games? They're silly
Yeah.
by nature. They're over the top. They're over sexualized. They're completely just like wire stunts, and like everything's dialed up to 11. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what did you expect a Dead or Alive video game was going to represent? Like people are, this game is it's too over the top and it's too corny. And I'm like, the game is over the top and corny. Why are you surprised that I said that? I'm kind of curious.
No, because I no, because that would, if I would have had to guess like your favorite video game movie, man, it would not have been
Oh, it's
that.
not my favorite one. It's one of
One
my
of your favorite. Okay,
I hold it in high regard because it swung for the fences to keep it as authentic to the source material as possible, and people
Right.
couldn't handle it.
Right.
If that movie came out today, I swear people would be like, "This is amazing," because they really leaned into the whole mood of the game, and like the fight sequences are amazing. Like some people, if you've never seen Dead or Alive, what year did that come out? I don't even remember.
Dead or
Like,
Alive.
Man,
Okay,
early
that's
2000s.
I'm gonna, off the top of my head, I want to say maybe 2010-ish, maybe a little later.
2006.
Oh, 2006.
2006.
Wow. Okay. Okay, I was off. All right. Anyway, yeah, but the world was not ready for that movie. So now, 20 years later, maybe we can give that movie its flowers because I found it fun.
Yeah.
It's just one of those movies you just turn your brain off and just watch it, and it's all kinds of stupid, funny, over the top fight scenes. I'm like, this stuff is great.
Well,
Like,
see,
why
that
do
was the
people not
same.
like this?
Yeah, right. That was the same cheesiness as the Raul Julia Street Fighter movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it was.
Oh,
that,
even more so though. Like
Yeah.
parts of the first Street Fighter movie, you know that all that was an adapted G.I. Joe script.
Really?
It was a G.I. Joe movie. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I can
It's
see
the
that.
same it's the same thing they're doing with the next Resident Evil movie, is
Mhm.
that somebody tried to sell it to Hollywood and they said, "Hey, this is a really great script, but we can't really shop it because it doesn't have star power and it doesn't have name recognition. What if we repaint this and we'll retitle it Resident Evil and we'll
Right.
crowbar in some Resident Evil stuff and we'll make this horror movie a Resident Evil because it has nothing to do with Resident Evil."
Right.
You're talking about the
And I'm
newest,
not-
the newest one?
Yeah, the one that's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm not bashing it.
Yeah, but
I'm just
okay.
telling
Just
you
see,
what this is.
yeah.
Hollywood does this constantly where they'll take a script and be like, all right, we'll just retrofit this into like an existing IP. And that's
Really?
what they did with Street Fighter. That was, if you look at the scenes in that movie and think
Mhm.
about it, if you're watching like a G.I. Joe and Cobra movie, that's all it is.
Yeah. See, now I can't unsee it. I
It's
get that now.
it's a
So
G.I. I swear to I know people think like that's
was that the
I
true
think it's
intention
been
though?
it's been confirmed.
Okay.
This is confirmed. Yeah, who is it? Uh Phil D'Souza, was
the
that
director, the director
direct-
from Weapons and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Barbarian.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, but
that's
they said
wild.
they couldn't sell that as a G.I. Joe movie. But they're like, hey, Street Fighter's really hot right now. Why
Yeah.
don't we just put Street Fighter characters in?
Mhm.
And that's what we got. We got a Street Fighter movie.
Got you. Got
What you
you.
got? So
Yeah. I'm hoping because with the new,
Guile is Duke, and
Yeah.
Sagat is Major Blood,
Yeah.
and Cobra Commander is Raul Julian.
Yeah, right.
When you see it, when you look at it through
I
that
can't
through
unsee
that
it now, man.
lens, yeah, it's just G.I. Joe movie.
dude. Oh my
You learned
God,
something
dude.
today.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
You're right.
yeah.
See, that's what I'm hoping that the new Street Fighter movie, man, is like, okay, as many times I've seen the previews, I've seen a preview again when I went to see Michael a couple
Yeah.
nights ago, right? And good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
And I saw the preview of Street Fighter. I was like, okay, that this is all the elements, man, that we want from Street Fighter that we've have grown up to, as far as Street Fighter fans go, man. Like, yo, this is it. Like, yo, I know they probably want to, do a little comedy thing, whatever, what I'm saying, like so slice of life. But this is the Street Fighter that I know, I mean,
Well,
we'll see
heck,
what-
they did it right with Mortal Kombat, the newest Mortal Kombat 2 movie that came out. It was good. I mean,
Yeah.
people understood. They were like, okay, yeah, it might not hit its numbers on the box office because a lot of adults are not into video games, or a lot of them are not into, which is fine. But for the fans of Mortal Kombat, I didn't really hear anyone complain because they were like, hey,
Yeah.
they understood about Johnny Cage, and
yeah,
he was going in, like, Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage, and you understand the way they did his version of it, where it was like he's an older version of Johnny Cage and everything else, but the fatalities, the backdrops, the fighting, even down in the fighting techniques,
yeah,
they pulled directly from the game. 'Cause
nice.
people were like, "Oh, yo, that's," and again, they did it right. They put a certain character to the backside, and
Yeah.
everything, where everybody was like, "Why are you bringing this character in?" And now, like, he's an afterthought and everything else. But again,
Speaking of just going back to Street Fighter for a second, you
Yeah.
guys remember the sound, because we're talking about soundtracks
Yeah.
tonight to video games, but do you remember the soundtrack to the first Street Fighter movie? Do you remember? So you
Okay.
had Deion Sanders with MC Hammer.
No, I
You had
forget. Yes.
you had Craig Mack. You had
Right.
Farside.
Right.
You had, dude, yo, the soundtrack was an
Dude, I
absolute banger.
forgot about that.
Because on the during that time you had the two major fighting game movies. You had the Street Fighter movie, which had a little bit more of like a pop hip hop sound to it, and then you had the Mortal Kombat soundtrack, which was a lot more like industrial, like basement rock kind of stuff. It
Right.
was
Right.
dope. And the two were just absolutely awesome in their own different lanes. They were really good soundtracks. So go back and listen to the soundtrack to the first Mortal Kombat movie and the first Street Fighter movie. They're very different, but they both just absolute destroyed it.
Oh
They're
my
really
God, I
good.
totally
So,
forgot about that, man.
yeah, MC Hammer rapping with Deion Sanders, man.
Yeah.
Straight to my feet.
That's dude.
Dude,
That's
all I can tell you is my favorite scene in the whole movie at the end, where they're all doing their signature
the
pose.
signature pose at the end,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
which is the most cheesiest thing. Yo, Smoke, I swear to God, it's the most cheesy. But I'm like, oh my God! Again, that movie came out what year? That movie, give me the year.
94.
94?
94 was Street Fighter movie. I'm pretty sure.
94. You're right, 94, man. So 94, I was, oh my God, dude, I was 6, man. I was 6 years old, dude.
I was going to college.
I was 6 years
I
old.
went to college that year.
I was 24,
And,
so-
dude, I know,
Man,
right?
you were 6?
I was
Jesus.
6. I was 6 years old, and that's all we played. That's all my dad and my brother and my sister played in the house was Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I could watch because my mom wouldn't let me play it until like I guess later on when she went at work, man, I was sneaking playing it. But yeah, that's all I was seeing was Street Fighter. So when I saw that signature pose, I was like, and I'm in the movie, I'm telling my dad like, Dad, that's the, he's like, yeah, son, that's the pose that they were doing. I'm like, yo, I was excited, man, as a little kid, yo, for real.
Do you remember Street Fighter the movie, the video
game. Yeah,
That's so weird.
yeah, man.
They made Street Fighter into Mortal Kombat basically.
Yeah,
They
yep.
did like, the stop motion, the pictures of the people, like, they took their, likenesses and put them right in
Yep.
the game. I thought that was kind of weird.
Dude,
but
there's an arcade in Center City that has that game on the second floor.
Nice.
Dude. A barcade down Center City, dude, right in front of City Hall. You go up to the second floor, they have that right there, dude. It's insane, man. So
Hey, guys, I
Yeah.
just wanted to bring something up.
yeah.
Without saying anything.
Uh-huh.
breaking
Remember
news.
the upcoming date that we had talked about for
Yeah.
For our upcoming Bond event,
Uh-huh.
and that particular guest picked the one date. One picked the
What?
one
No
day.
way.
Yeah, the one day they just told me, they're like, yeah, I'm good for that date, and I'm like, oh my God.
And Chad,
What
you
is
was-
this good or no? I don't understand what you're saying. What?
I said out of all the dates that are
Yeah.
upcoming special guests that wants to be on our show next month, they picked the one date that we all agreed. We were like, yeah, all these dates except for the 27th.
just the luck, man. I mean,
And
like
they
I said,
picked
luck.
the 20 and I just said, I'll make it work.
You know what? I'm fine. We'll do it. It's
Yeah, we'll
fine
make it
because
work.
we're doing our thing the next day,
Yep.
Right.
Sunday, so we
Yeah.
can do our thing. We'll do it. I
Yeah,
don't care.
yeah.
But for as big as this guest is, and for as big as the event is going to be,
Yep.
see, we're teasing this live. We're talking about something. People
Oh
are
man.
okay. It's Pierce Brosnan. Okay, Pierce Brosnan is going to be on the show. One of my favorite Bonds. Yeah, he's going to be. No, it's not.
Nah, I ain't Pierce. No.
Dude, talking to Pierce Brosnan though would be. I'd geek out on that one. I don't know if I can contain
don't even know
myself.
what to
That dude's the goat.
Yeah, he is. I don't even know what to say, man. Like for real. Like Pierce is. Yo, come on. I think I
But we're
grew-
gonna do we're gonna do a James Bond show. I think we need to rent tuxedos.
I was just about to say that. Like this is legit.
At least get tuxedo T-shirts or something.
Legit.
Split
100%.
apart.
I'm down with that, man. I'm absolutely down with that. Like for real.
All right, we'll talk. This might be the biggest episode we ever do. I'm hyping this one up. This one's cool. I'm looking forward to this one. But yeah, you got a new James Bond game coming out soon, so we're gonna do something for that one. So
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
heard it first here.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to say is this person that we have as a guest,
Mhm.
very major guest. We're looking forward to it. I can't wait to hype it up. We just talked to him. He's on board with it. So we're looking forward to having you on the show. I'm recording this right now because I'm sending this right
Nice,
now.
nice. The next step would be to get our guy Paul.
Yes,
My name's Paul. You've been the best.
Yeah.
I'm ready
Thank
to
you. See you
pass the
next-
controller.
My name's Paul. You're the best. You've been the best.
Oh.
I would love to. We might have to reach out. We might have to make this one like a whole event.
That'd be cool.
You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, like so real update because I know Chat's been waiting. So update on that too, man. So we do have technical difficulties for our guests today, man. So we're going to probably reschedule our guests on a later show as well. But stay tuned for the further dates and all that too. But like I said, we're just vibing out here, man. Always.
Yeah.
For real. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's always. Let me tell you right now. Listen, it's always it's like this. How we going back to when we did. Like the first episode, man. Remember we was like in Smoke's crib, you know what I mean, just chilling and sitting down, man. It's like, yo, this is the vibe that we always had 9 seasons ago, 9 years ago, man. You know, since it's our 9th year, 9 years ago, man. Like in Smoke's crib, you know. How about that, dude? Like 10th anniversary, we got to figure out what to do. Legit, you know. So I'm
Retire. Retire.
Dude, I'm trying to get there, man. I'm trying to do this like full time.
I'm there. I'm already
Legit,
there.
man. I want to get done with work, man, and just like talk video games and play, and that's it, man. That's all I want, yo. For real.
So I guess we could talk about some of the games we're playing right now.
Yeah, let's go.
So one of the games I'm going to recommend, especially for those dads out there, or recommend a special Father's Day when the time comes for Father's Day, is Pragmata.
Yes.
Pragmata is it. You know what? I will say this. I really wasn't hyped on when I saw the initial trailer and all. I was like, okay, you know, it gave me kind of Metal Gear vibes. But when and I saw the premise and I said, okay, you got to figure out a puzzle while you're trying to keep these robots from attacking you. Then I played the demo, and I got to say, after playing the demo, I was like, okay, I got hooked. And I ended up buying the game. I got the physical copy of it. And I got to say, I'm like halfway through the game so far. It's a cute. It definitely gives me a little bit of Metal Gear vibes, but it also gives me a little bit of Resident Evil vibes, not in a horror sense, but in a sense of survival. Good story, sci-fi based storyline where you and this little girl are trying to get from point A to point B, and you're trying to figure out, you know, this mystery behind, you know, this accident and everything. You're on this base, this moon base. Without giving too much away, it's a great story, very cute, but at the same time, it's challenging but not over challenging.
Right.
But it does make you stay on top of your toes. The graphics, just the graphics alone, and just the spectacle of where you're at and all. It does have a little bit, not too much, but a little bit of Rogue, light, very light. Like basically you can go to a certain point, save point, come back, and the robots reappear. But you're more, every time you keep going back, you come back more skilled set wise, more weapons and everything else. So the challenges are great, but you're more skilled up. Every time you go back to your home base, you're skilling up your character, both the characters and all, from weapons. Basically, there's ways to like unlock these puzzles using certain mods and everything, which is great. It is awesome. And you're taking out these robots, and some of them are close quarters, and some of them are way open. They're kaiju, almost kaiju level robots, and everything else, which makes it amazing. Also, if you ever played the game, the spinoff game from Metal Gear Solid, it gives you a little bit of vibes like that. But all in all, really great game. If you're a person that, especially if you're a dad and you have a daughter, it'll hit you on so many like feels and all, or any dad at that, any parent, any dad who has a little girl, because the little girl's adorable. She is adorable in the game and stuff, and you're just like, okay, and she's eager to want to help you and team up with you, and you're just like, okay, and you start learning to care about her, and it's not like this character's like, I don't like kids. He's like, look, he kind of just walked into a situation, and this little girl's helping him, and in the process, they developed a good, very cool relationship. And as the story progresses, you really start feeling for this little girl. You start understanding the relationship between the two, and it's just really cute. At the same time, you're battling robots, these large mechs, like I said, to a point where they're almost like kaiju level. But as you learn the skill sets and you're trying to unlock their codes and trying to defeat them in the process, again, it's a really, really entertaining game. I really enjoyed it. It's one of those games I'm taking my time and playing. But again, I highly recommend this game. If you like a challenge that's not going to have you rage quit, but at the same time you're enjoying yourself as you're playing, try the demo. It's on PlayStation right now. The demo's on, and then once you do, I guarantee you're going to enjoy this game a lot. I guarantee.
Smokey, do you agree when there's been a lot of hype in saying that this is kind of like what the new age Mega Man is supposed to be?
Yeah, man, if Mega Man was like this, probably minus without the little kid, if Mega Man was like this, oh yeah, I think this is the route they should go.
Right.
In its own way, but yeah, it definitely, because again, like what you're seeing right there, that's actual gameplay.
Yeah.
What you're seeing right here on the screen is actual gameplay, and so like again, the cutscenes are like a mixture of gameplay but I like you see how the little girl, like how she uses her powers and all this stuff.
Yep.
Again, and every time you go back to base, you're skill setting your character, the little girl, your armor, your again, and they have a lot of ways of building points and everything where you can get more new weapons, unlock a whole bunch of different features, like these different nodes that you can use to like defeat these like mechs. And I mean, once you unlock it, you can still use traditional weapons, but you'll find yourself you're using partly weapons, but you're using these codes to unlock to stop these robots, slowing them down, freezing them. Some of them with the hacks that you use, they can disable other robots around them and everything else. So it makes it really cool. It makes you want to keep coming back and playing the game. Now, mind you, this is one of 4 games I've been playing in the last month,
right?
Because every week there's been a new game coming out almost every week last month.
Yep.
So this is just one of the games, but again, I highly recommend anyone that has heard about this game, that really like a game like something like this that is a challenge, but it's not going to really make you get frustrated. It's just going to want to make you keep coming back and playing it more. Trackmod is the game.
Yeah, I told my my community. I said, this right now, because I'm having so much fun playing this game. This right now is my front runner for Game of the Year, man. Until James Bond comes out, but like this, I'm having so much fun.
You know what? And I'm gonna say this, guys. This year is going to be a very tough year.
It will be.
I'm going to say this because with GTA, you got Wolverine,
That's right.
You got Crimson Desert, and I have to come back and I have to talk about Crimson Desert real quick. Never have I played a game. I thought Helldivers was that one game that, the devs. I'm gonna say this: Crimson Desert. Wow, the devs really. I've never they're really showing up. The Western developers here in America,
right?
The Eastern developers of Pearl Abyss, man, and they have this other game coming out called Super 8. It's like a Terminator style game, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Every week, just about almost every week to every other week, the devs are putting out patches. They are listening to the community. When they're listening to the community, they're going right in and fixing it. They're not nerfing anything really. They're fixing and they're adding on things. People requested certain things. They're like, okay, we want to give you. They gave you a basic mount where they're like, okay, we give you a horse. And then people were like, hey, it would be cool to have a polar bear. Next, they're adding polar bears. Now they got wolves. They got tigers now that you can use as mounts.
Yeah.
Birds, specialized birds from. I mean, seriously, every week they're finding new ways to add on, from fighting techniques to, and then not only that you're playing as this one main character, but there are 2 other characters
right
that they have, all, and mind you, from armor sets and all, and none of it is monetized.
Right.
None of it. So what you bought is a base $69 game, and they're giving you all the stuff that's free.
Yeah.
That other companies, other gaming companies, other devs would make you wait for months.
Right.
To say, oh, we're going to fix that in the next, we'll give you updates and all. And you're waiting weeks and weeks for them to update the game. Yet they're fixing it right then on the spot. If there's something that's wrong, let's say, for example, they put a new patch out and the game, for whatever reason, had little minor hiccups.
Right.
You know what they do? The next day they put out a hot fix.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally a hot fix to fix the problems. And then this is what kills me. In 1 week, they added 3 new patches every other day. And people were like, yo, and they were adding new stuff. And then they were like, oh, okay, we put out this new patch. The next day, they heard people complaining. They were like, hey, there was a little problem with this and that. They went in and they sent another patch for a hot fix.
Yeah.
And then people were enjoying it. No one was complaining. And they're like, hey, we're now looking to do a DLC that's free in the next month and all. We're going to keep you all posted. We're going to add on other characters. When this game started, when this game first came out, it's a whole different. It's what Cyberpunk 2077 did with it. It took them a year to do. It took Pearl Abyss less than 2 months to fix and make this an entirely different game when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I mean, from changing the game modes from easy to hard, because at one point they were like, no, it's going to be a straight hard game to a point where, and again, save points to make it easier for people to find everything that people like asked for, requested, maybe cried about, complained about. They fixed, they adjusted, they listened to the players, and people like myself that I put over now 123 hours of this game in. And I mean, seriously, and I'm only at 50%. I haven't even. I'm still
got a lot of content
I'm
left.
on one portion of the map.
Yeah.
And you're fighting battles. When I'm saying you're fighting battle, we're talking Lord of the Rings level battles.
Yeah, right.
Okay. They have hidden areas where you're fighting armor sets. I mean, seriously, you're going through waterfalls and you're fighting. And it's like, again, it gives you that Elden Ring vibe, but this makes it for those Elden Ring players or people that wanted to play games like Elden Ring but didn't have the maybe mental capacity to handle rogue style games and all that, where it's over the top complicated. They're like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to give you a game like that, but we're going to make it easier for you to play. But if you are one of those hardcore gamers, we also are going to make it where you can request to have it be an extreme level game and treat it like an Elden Ring game.
Right.
So you got the best of both worlds. And I mean, they included that. If it was a boss that you fought and you want to go back and revisit that boss and fight that boss again and make it harder, you can do that and take on the boss and still get leveled up from that.
Yeah.
It is like, again, I've never seen a game and I've never seen developers put that much love into a game. And I thought Cyberpunk, I thought Helldivers, the developers were listening, but I've never seen a company move that fast and listen to the fans and giving them what they wanted.
Facts, man.
So I cannot, it's really going to be hard. And like you said, with First Light coming out, all these games coming out, man, and then GTA, they're finally making an announcement for GTA. Hopefully next week you'll be able to put a pre-order.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's keyword right there,
you
man.
You got Steam Deck.
Yep.
Steam Machine coming out, which I was able to put on reserve for the Steam Deck controller and everything else. Yes, I'm
there you go.
one of those people. So I again, there's a lot to talk about.
I tell you this, we were getting fed well, man. We get fed well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Real quick before I go to Civ, man, I want to talk about this. I want to recommend this to both of y'all, and I play this a lot. This is a game. I don't know if you actually play this. I'll be surprised if you play this because this game's been on the radar. This game right here is called Species Unknown. Species Unknown is it's a mixture of Phasmophobia and Alien Isolation. All right, and a little bit of Dead Space. I know that probably, like I said, that'll perk Civ's antennas up. So basically all three: Phasmophobia, Alien Isolation, Dead Space. So you're basically playing as, of course, like in the astronaut. You have your group. It's up to 4 people. You're going to do whatever mission, like extract data, either kill the enemy, capture the enemy, or just blow up the facility or whatever, what have you. You know what I mean? Standard, alien isolation kind of, missions. You're going out there, and of course, when you're out there, you're not alone. Obviously, you're not alone. Every time you do a mission, you are randomized with pretty much it's a monster that's random. So you go in, you see like everybody's dead. Like what's going on? And I'm learning the game right now. I'm playing it with some people, and I play like maybe 2 matches. And you go around and you see like, okay, how this person died. You can kind of tell what monster you're getting from the way people died. You know what I mean? There's a monster that is like a scorpion, man, that will sting you with his tail, that will poison you. You got to go to like a med bay to heal up and all that. There's a monster that looks like a mutated Michael Jackson. I ain't going. You got to see it to believe it for sure. There's a monster that is pure like, element, man. Like you can't really shoot it. You know what I'm saying? You got to find a way to like defeat it. You can't really shoot it, so you're kind of SOL in a sense. But you can't look at it either. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it, you die. There's so many things in this game. Like, of course, the fear factor in this game is amazing too. Like I find myself screaming, just getting jump scared, man, from either just the monster itself or just by just random environmental things. You know what I mean? Love this game so much, man, especially with a party and a crew. Species Unknown is worth it, man. I don't know how long.
I was gonna ask, is this multiplayer?
This is multiplayer. This is up to 4 people. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Up to 4 people.
Like, is the monster like also controlled by a player too?
No, the monster is AI. The monster is AI. And again, like I said, if it locks onto you, it locks onto you, man, and God help you. You know what I mean? So yeah. you gotta really coordinate with your team to be like, okay, we're gonna do this. Let's separate, man, and then there's some monsters that love when you separate. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta understand each monster's gimmick. You know what I mean? Or a quirk, to say. But Species Unknown, I highly recommend to both of y'all. Not even just to chat. I know you would, but to these guys, cool. They will love it, man. Now, I don't want to. I'm glad they show you like the environment here. I'm hoping they don't show you the monsters because I want you to kind of buy and play it, and I wish we all play it, man. This is so cool.
This looks cool.
Yeah, this is really, really cool. Like I said, like it's a mixture of fast mode, Dead Space, and Alien Isolation, all wrapped up into a nice, beautiful, scary baby, man. I love it, dude. I'm going to stop right there because I know the monster's going to come soon. I'm not going to show you the monster, man. I'm just going to let y'all, have a little imagination, man. But yeah, so that's my recommendation. Species Unknown. Check it out. I think right now it's available on Steam. So, yep. Sif, how about you, man?
Invincible Versus. So fun. That's a fun game. It was kind of cool how they released it. Like they showed previews of it initially during like the Game Awards maybe like 2 years ago, and then it was like radio silence. And there were people thinking like, oh my gosh, this game isn't even going to come out, and what's going on? And it came out on time, like like it was supposed to. But yeah, it's a fighting game that consists of like 2 sides with 3 players each, or not 3 players, 3 characters each. So you're always tagging different fighters in, and it basically has all the characters you like from like the show, from the comic. Some of the voice acting in here are the original, like, if you're an Omni-Man fan, that's J.K. Simmons. It's really cool how they did this. It sounds great. It plays really well. There are some difficulty issues on harder levels when you face off against the computer. Like computer is hard.
Right.
Like the computer will mess you up. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, my squad is like Battle Beast, Alan the Alien, and I use Nolan, Omni-Man.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it takes like a lot from like the show and the comic. There are a lot of references in there where you'll recognize stuff. Lots of gore that you can see here. It's completely over the top, and like as many characters as they give you that you already know, the entire time you're playing, you're like, oh man, I can't wait until they add this character and this character and this character, because there's so much they can pull from the source material. I'm not proficient at this game yet. There is a bit of a learning curve. I'm having a harder time with this than I am like either Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. It plays well, but the movesets are like not as intuitive as I maybe would like, and that's not bashing the game. It's just you just got to learn it. Like I don't prefer tag fighting games because I appreciate this for what it is, but at most I would prefer like maybe two characters to like one character to tag, you know, a two versus two.
Right.
This is a three versus three, and it's a learning curve where I am always doing like that health bar economy thought in my head, like, oh my gosh, if I tag this character in, I'm depleting my chances, or I can use this character save me from like, you know, a combo that I'm in or something. So there is a lot of nuance to it, which is cool because how frequently do we really get fighting games that really try something really new? So I guess I'm kind of praising the game and also kind of being a little critical of my own
Half and
lack of
half.
skill. Yeah, I'm not where I need to be. Um, Timing is a little different in this game. Hitboxes are kind of you just gotta learn that stuff. This is a game that I almost feel like they were like making a game specifically designed for Evo. You know, like it's an Evo
Mm.
level fighting game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's kind of there. It could be there. I think there's some balancing issues. They just gotta like tweak a couple things. But yeah, it's super fun. I mean, it's awesome, but like I am not like by any means proficient in this game. Yeah, I'm just having fun with it for now, but you know, but it's really cool. Like, I mean, there's so much stuff that like I love the show. We all
Yeah.
watch the show, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so cool. And of course, like I mean, even the voice actors that they couldn't get, like they didn't get like Seth Rogen to do Alan the Alien, but
Yeah, right, right.
the guy that they got to play him, the voice actor, it sounds just like Seth Rogen. Like you can see that they just like really leaned in. Like they're like, all right, let's just get this as close as we can. So I don't think Steven Yeun is back. I
No,
think
they got this guy.
he
A
sounds
voice
just
actor.
like him though. He sounds just like
and,
Mark.
and he
Okay.
dresses up like Invincible.
Right.
As a matter of fact, he's going to be doing something live on Twitch with the voice actor who
Oh.
for he's going to live on Twitch as Invincible, taking with what's his name, Cecil, the voice actor who does Cecil. So Cecil and Invincible are going to go on live.
Nice,
He did a
nice.
video-
That's awesome.
he did a video for it just now.
Oh, dude, that's
Oh,
so
that's
dope.
cool. Nice.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's a fun game. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Like the animation's really good.
Yeah.
The art style's really cool. The soundtrack is good. The soundtrack is good, but
Yeah.
it bothers me that like it's still a banger of a soundtrack. It sounds like it's in the Invincible universe, but they didn't use the end credit song from Invincible, which I think is like the iconic theme.
Right, right.
I'm kind of mad they did that because I'm like, man, you guys have an absolutely awesome end credits theme song, and they
They
just
never
laid
utilize
up on this one. They don't have it, and I'm like, damn, like that's what that song hits hard. I'm like, dang, it's all you had to do is just put that in there. It would have
Right.
really just kind of
yeah, one
you know,
job.
tied it up. I know, yeah. But it's fine. The songs that they do have are really good. So it's not, you know, it's just they went in a different direction. I don't know if they couldn't license it or something. It's weird that they just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
decided-
So yeah, you
And
know.
they still might add it on. Who knows? They're adding still new characters and new they're adding more characters and new suits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's more characters from the lineup that's coming to the game, and including the Spider-Man character that
Yeah.
was based on Spider-Man, and the voice actor who did Spider-Man
Right.
for that particular show.
Right.
He's going to be voice. They showed you clips of what's coming, and they're trying to. I heard they're trying to get Cranston for Invincible. You know,
Okay.
they've been putting for the actual show
Oh, really?
they've been offering and he's kind of been passing on, but they're trying to get him on the show. So I'm
that'd
like,
be-
oh
that'd
my
be sick.
god,
That'd be sick, man.
yeah.
I mean, they
So
had
look-
Peter Cullen and Wes Welker last season.
Hey, listen,
Mhm.
Just-
you
I was
guys
happy
watch
about that.
You guys watch The Boys. This off
Yeah. Yeah.
top. You guys, you watched the latest episode of The Boys, right? Both
Yes.
of y'all.
Mhm.
So you know that was Samuel L. Jackson as the shark.
That's how I figured. Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I was like,
yo,
dude. Well, I think I was telling my brother about that too, man. Like, oh,
get in the
you think that's
water. Come on,
he's
get
like,
in
yeah.
the water. You know, guys,
Yes, sir.
I
Yeah,
gotta-
Yeah, let's wrap.
Yeah, we're
let's
gonna wrap it
this
up, man.
thing.
Listen, chat, you already know, man. Listen, we talked about Pragmatic, we talked about Species Unknown and Invincible, man. Make sure you check out the games. If you like it, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Let us know in the Facebook comments, man. You already know. You know, Instagram, Twitter, we all there. QR code's right down there. Make sure you definitely check us out, man. And we'll see y'all on the next episode for sure, man. And like I said, hopefully we'll get another guest as well, too, on the next episode. But make sure y'all stick with us, man. This is Pass Controller. Listen, this is Smoke,
got
Civic Minded.
special guest come.
Listen, I am McNux. As always, people, get good. Let's
Peace and
go.
hair grease. Peace and hair grease, y'all. Well, look, I got to break out, man. I'll just talk to you all later. Okay? Even if we get them on sometime next month before David, that's fine too. You just let me know. Yeah, I'm there. I said, wait, you guys can see the Nick.